morning, dear students. Today's topic of discussion is merits and limitations of formal communication. Before starting the topic, once again, I will revise what is the meaning of formal communication. Formal communication is that communication which flows through official channels of communication, like your scholar chain. So, the communication which is done formally through scholar chain, such communication is called as formal communication. Now I will discuss with you merits and limitations of formal communication. So students, first merit is officially prescribed path is followed. In case of formal communication, officially prescribed path, that is scalar chain, is followed, and formal communication is easily be maintained because it is supported by management authorities. It is formal in nature, official messages are communicated, so it is supported by management authorities, and close contact is established between members. Who members? Immediate superior member and immediate subordinate. So, direct contact is created between the superior as well as between junior. Next is formal communication exercise complete control over subordinates. Through formal communication, complete control over subordinates can be maintained because every message is communicated in writing and signature of subordinates are taken. And fixation of responsibility. As every subordinate has signed on the order, now it is their responsibility that they have to complete the task. If task is not completed, then management can easily fix the responsibility of the person who has signed on the order. After that, next merit is authentic. Formal communication is very authentic, reliable in nature because it is written as well as from where message is coming, who has given the order, that is clear, who has received, that is also clear. So, formal communication is very authentic. Chances of distortion of information are very less. In case of formal communication, chances of distortion means change in the information are very less because they are mostly in writing, so nobody can change them. So students, these are the merits of formal communication. Now see limitations. Formal communication is very slow because it has to be passed through prescribed channel. Means every message or order will be passed from every level of management. It will consume a lot of time. Rigid as deviations are not allowed. Formal communication is rigid in nature, fixed in nature, as deviations, mischanges are not allowed. If anyone is not able to understand the message, then message cannot be converted into easy language to make him understandable. Because they are in writing, they cannot be changed. Next is formal communication creates organizational distance. Yes, only close contact is created between the immediate superior and immediate junior. Otherwise, no contact is created with other members of the organization. In this way, organizational distance is created. Screening at every point. Whenever any message, information or any order is passed, so that message or order is passed from every level of management. So if anyone is sending any message, any request, any grievance to top level, then his grievance, his request will be passed from every level of management, and everybody will come to know about his grievance, about his complaint. So there will be screening at every level of the management. Narrow route is followed. For the formal communication, one particular prescribed route is followed. For every message, the same route is followed. Next is formal communication is impersonal. Through formal communication, only official messages can be communicated. no personal or social message can be communicated. So students, these are the limitations of formal communication. I hope the topic is clear to all. Thank you students.